Hello, hello, and good morning, yogis. Welcome to our Saturday fusion practice. My name is Jill Entignath, and I am the lead trainer and founder of Yogi Institute, an online yoga school and studio. And I'm super happy to have you here for day 21 of our 30-day challenge. For today's practice, we will be doing a fusion class combining all of the different styles of yoga that we practice here at Yogi Institute together in one class. So we basically do 5 minutes of each style. You may want to have some props. We're not going to use our hand weights, but you might want to have a bolster or a blanket available for our restorative practice at the end of class. Let's go ahead and start in a seated position. Rounding down into the sit bones, getting nice and tall through the crown of the head. This is Ruby here with me today. Yeah, little Rube. And as we come down into the seated position, let's allow ourselves to really focus in and slow down. Maybe it's Saturday morning where you are as well, if you're tuning in live. And Saturday morning is a perfect day to slow it down and allow yourself to reflect and connect to your progress through the last week. Let's start to become aware of our breath as we connect to today's affirmation. I am motivated by joy and the fulfillment that my practice brings me. So no matter if you've been here for the full 30 days or the full 21 days, the full 3 weeks, or if you've missed a couple classes, it really doesn't matter. It's more about creating consistency, continuously showing up for you. Let's start to connect to our breath as we inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's start to deepen the breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Let's activate our Ujjayi breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. You can gently press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to create some restriction in the back of your throat. If you can hear yourself breathing, that's perfect. That is the Ujjayi breath. We'll link our breath to our movement in many of our classes. Let's open up with a basic forward fold, extending your legs out long in front of you. And let's just gently shift forward. Stay nice and tall through your spine, so not rounding through the spine, and letting yourself hinge forward from the hips. And let's reconnect to that Ujjayi breath. You do want to feel some stretch and length through the backside of the body. Taking inhales and exhales. Lengthening out through the back line, through the hamstrings, through the calves, through all of the ligaments and tissues in the low back. When I forward fold, I like to imagine that there's a string from my heart to my toes, and it's drawing me forward. These still practices are our yin style of yoga. In yin, we come into the pose and we hold and we breathe and we observe. Let's come through center and tuck the right foot into the calf or into the quad of that left leg, coming into our half butterfly. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. In my body, maybe it's the same for you, but for me, when I tuck that foot in, it really does help create a deeper stretch through the hamstrings. Staying nice and tall through the spine. And let's come through center. Extend the right leg long and tuck the left foot in. Look out, Roop. Look out, Roop. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, hinge forward. Ruby wants to do yoga this morning with us too. Yeah. Right, Rube? Yeah. And let's come through center. Come into your cross-legged position. Get nice and tall. And let's come into our Siri Om, which is a Kundalini movement, as we bring the chest forward and we round the spine back. Inhale as you bring the chest forward and exhale as you round the spine back. Very good for the spine and the cerebral spinal fluid. This movement almost works as a pump for that cerebral spinal fluid. This is really good for our discs and our vertebra. Keep that breath nice and steady. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, round back. Let's change direction. Keeping the breath the same. Inhale forward and exhale, round. And inhale forward and exhale, round. And let's pause at center, take a moment, get nice and tall. Take a couple deep breaths and feel into that length, that movement. And then we're going to shift into another Kundalini movement that I call washing machine, where we bring our hands onto our shoulders, fingers in the front, thumbs on the back, elbows out wide, almost like the backs of the arms are parallel to the floor. And we're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Let's make that breath powerful, as if we're picking up air on one side and dropping it off on the other. And come through center. Let's change direction of the breath. Inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Come through center. Inhale your arms up, exhale them down. Inhale, arms up, exhale them down. Coming into that cactus position, linking your breath to your movement and finding a pace that works for your body and your breath. Linking your breath to your movement. Let the hands come all the way down. And let's take a couple deep breaths, taking a moment to observe the energy we created in the body. Notice where you feel sensation. Notice the heart rate. And let's shift ourselves into our tabletop position. Stacking shoulders over wrists. Knees under hips, spread those fingers out wide. And we're going to tuck the tailbone under to start and engage through the core. Draw the belly button back to the spine. Feel that engagement through the core. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And a deep breath in and a full breath out. Let's come into some cat-cow transitions. Inhale as you arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, head hangs heavy, press through the palms. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round. Also, very good transition for the spine, helping to warm the spine up for our movement, but even more so for our day. Come through center. Let's flip the toes, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you come into this first down dog, let's take a moment and really pedal out the knees. Bending into one knee, bending into the other, maybe shifting the hips from side to side. Noticing what you feel through the hamstrings as you pedal out the feet. And let's shift forward into our high plank. Let's zip the legs up together nice and tight. Draw the belly button to the spine. Take an inhale here. Exhale as you lower to a hover or all the way down, drawing the elbows in. Unflip the toes. Press through the palms, upward facing dog. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. That is like our yoga push-up. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, high plank, also called chaturanga, also called vinyasa. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step forward, rise into your mountain pose. Tuck that tailbone under, get nice and solid through your core. Roll your palms forward and get nice and open through the chest as you draw the shoulder blades together. Let's inhale, extend your mountain, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, ride the breath all the way down. Inhale to a halfway lift, hands to shins, lengthen the crown forward, sink the hips back. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your feet back into that high plank. Let's take it through that chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Ground down into your left foot. Extend your right leg high, three-legged dog. Take a moment to roll out that ankle. Look between your hands, slowly, gently swing that right foot all the way through, low runner's lunge. Keeping your hands down, let's shift forward, shift back. Feeling into the hips, lengthening out through the hamstrings. Check in that your front foot is pointed straight forward and that your knee stacks over your ankle. Pop your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale as you rise to your warrior one. Let's get nice and solid in our warrior one. Front foot is pointed straight forward. Get those hips and shoulders squared forward. And then inhale, reach through your fingertips. Let's take a big breath here as we look up, lengthen. Exhale, open up to your warrior two, paralleling your back foot to the back side of your mat, heel to arch align with the feet. Front foot, again, pointed straight forward. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Chest is open. Arms are straight and strong. Let's reverse our warrior, bringing the back hand down, front hand back. Lift your gaze. Come back to that warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale your hands down. Step your right foot back. Let's take it through another chaturanga. Inhale your left leg high, three-legged dog. Take a moment, roll out that ankle. Look forward, step all the way forward and come into your lunge. Shift front to back. Maybe front leg. Sink forward, stacking your knee over your ankle. Pop your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise to your warrior one. So that back foot is pointed to the top right corner of your mat. Front foot is straight forward. Hips and shoulders are squared forward. Reaching through those fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, open up to your warrior two, paralleling your back foot to the back side of your mat, heel to arch alignment with the feet, front knees stacked over the front ankle. Sink into that front knee, shoulders are stacked over the hips, chest is open, arms are straight and strong, gaze is forward. Reverse your warrior. Back hand comes down, front hand comes back. Open through the side body. Lift your gaze. Let's come back to our warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale your hands down. Step your feet back and let's take it through that chaturanga. Shifting into our strength pose, look forward, step forward, and rise into your mountain pose. Let's come into a chair pose. Sink the hips back, reach the fingers forward. Ideally, your knees are stacked over your ankles as you reach through your fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep your hands back, lengthen your crown forward. Draw those legs together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen up. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your feet back, chaturanga. Inhale your right leg high, step it through, and rise into your warrior two. From your warrior two, we're going to straighten through that front leg, parallel the feet, pop the heels in, the toes out, as you sink into your wide leg squat. Sink down, sink down, sink down. And let's punch right to left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cactus out the arms, elbows drop from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulse. Let's bring our palms through heart center, press those palms together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten through the legs, parallel the feet, open the arms up wide, open through the chest. Take a big breath in. Let's forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Let your hands maybe come down to your feet. Parallel your torso to the floor. Let your hands come down. And we're going to just really gently pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale your hands down. Step your foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale your left leg high. Step it through into your warrior two. Straighten through the front leg, parallel the feet, pop the heels in, the toes out. Sink deep into that wide leg squat. And let's lift the arms up. Flip the palms down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And elbows come out wide, chest press, elbows together and wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come behind you, drop from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten out the legs, parallel the feet, arms come out like airplane wings. Big breath in and forward fold. Let the head hang heavy. You're doing great. Parallel the torso to the floor and let's pulse up. 5. Use that core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into your warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale your hands down. Step that left foot back. You float back. Take it through a chaturanga. Big breath in. Full breath out. Look forward. Step forward. Bend the knees. Take the bottom down. Right into our chair pose. Draw the knees together. Reach the fingers forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the feet come down. Back comes all the way down. And here, let's come into a supported bridge pose. So grabbing your blanket or your bolster or your blocks, whatever you have handy, and we're going to slide it right underneath the hips, coming into a nice supported bridge pose. Feet are hip width distance, hands can be down by your side, palms facing up, palms facing down, you decide. Come back to your breath. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Ground down into your left foot. Bring your right foot to the top of the left knee, coming into a reclined figure four. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. And let's switch it out. Right foot plants on the floor, left foot, left ankle comes above the right knee. Take a couple deep breaths here. Let that left foot come down. Press your feet into the floor, lift your hips up. Let's slide that bolster out from underneath us and let the hips come all the way down. And slowly, gently press yourself up. We're going to take that blanket or bolster, whatever you have, behind you and place it right, really ideally where we want the blanket is between the shoulder blades. So you may want to roll up your blanket and then line it up with the spine so that it's in between the shoulder blades as you come down. As you can see, I'm using my bolster. So this is called supported fish pose. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears, your arms come out, and it is a really good chest opener. It's said that the chest is one of the two tightest places in our bodies from being on our phones. Our shoulders just kind of roll forward a lot in our day-to-day lives. And so this is a really good corrective posture for that shortening of the chest as we open up through that chest. Let's really focus on breathing into the lungs and breathing space into the chest. And flip your palms, palm facing down beside you. Slowly, gently press yourself up. Let's remove that bolster from behind us. As you come to seated, plant your hands slightly behind you, bend into your knees, planting your feet on the floor, and let's really gently shift the knees from side to side. Bring the soles of the feet together and let's flap out the knees. Press yourself up. Let's take a little twist to the left. Still in that butterfly pose with the feet. And then take a little twist to the right. Come through center. Knees come together. Extend your legs out long. And let's come all the way down to our backs. And from our backs, lift your feet straight up toward the ceiling and flip your palms, palm facing down. Now, if you have really tight hamstrings, this legs up the wall pose might be really challenging. Or if you have a really tight core, it might be really challenging. We won't be here too long. Let's take a moment and roll out our ankles, point and flex our feet. And then zip the legs up tight together as you slow and controlled start to lower the heels down, 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 down. Let them sink into the floor. And let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And again, deep breath in and full breath out. Letting yourself sink and settle into the floor for our final resting pose. Allowing our bodies, allowing our minds to fully absorb the nutrients of our practice. Slowly, gently, let's roll to one side. Whichever forward comfortable for you. Take your top hand, press it into the mat, lifting yourself up, coming into your easy seat, ground down into your sitting bones. Let's take a moment and press our palms together. Connecting to that affirmation, I am driven by my deep sense of purpose. I am driven by my deep sense of purpose. I started with a different affirmation. That's for another day. And it's all okay. It's perfect, exactly the way that it is. Congratulations on completing day 21. We are 3 weeks in. I want to acknowledge you for being here. It's not easy to continuously show up for yourself, to find the time in your schedule. We live busy, busy lives. But when you start to get consistent and really experience the benefits of your practice, it starts to become a very sacred time. You start to realize that it's not something that you do, it's something that you really need. This practice becomes a part of who we are and of how we function in this world. Devoting this 30 minutes a day to yourself, making that time to do something physically, mentally, and emotionally beneficial just for you. And then opening your eyes and your heart to how that ripples out into the rest of your life. I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you for being here on this journey. Happy day 21. Congratulations. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the light, the love, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide.